Hey guys. So, I am going to try very hard to get through this video without crying, but I can't make any guarantees. If you follow me on Instagram, you will probably already know what this video is going to kind of be about. But first and foremost, I kind of wanted to get into two things. The first is that I am having surgery tomorrow once again, for endometriosis. Hopefully, I will have more relief this time from this horrible disease. The surgery is a little more invasive, but it should allow for more relief. So I will be going in tomorrow for that, and then I will be kept in the hospital for overnight and hopefully released on Friday. And the recovery can be kind of difficult, so we'll just see where I go, but it might take me a little bit to get back to videos while I kind of recover from that. And I don't expect to be gone too long, but we'll just see how I'm feeling. The other part is that I'm sure you can see her picture there, but if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you will know that I have two cats, and their names are Luna and Prue. They frequently make appearances in my videos. I've had them since I graduated high school in the summer of 2004. They were a gift from my late mother for my graduation. And last week, my cat Luna suddenly started to really go downhill health-wise, which was crazy because she was just doing remarkably well, to the point where I actually had just had a conversation with my brother about how incredible she had been doing. She got sick on Wednesday, and she just declined further and further as the days went on. My husband and I took her into the emergency vet on Saturday, and we learned that she was in kidney failure. And Monday morning we said goodbye. And I am having a very hard time losing her, and I was very deeply connected to her, as I am still very deeply connected to her and her sister, who is still with me. I just have a bond with those two cats, and I don't even know how to describe it, but they've always been very keenly aware of whenever I've been in pain or sad. They have been with me through moving from Washington to Minnesota and getting married and having children, and all of the pain that I've been through with my disease and my depression and my anxiety and the losses that I've gone through as I've just gone through my 20s and into my 30s. And I got them when I was 18. So 16 years of wonderful companions. And while I am very grateful that I still have Prue, and she is very much getting spoiled right now, I'm in the deep stages of grief. And yesterday, the day after she passed away, I had noticed how strangely peaceful my house was. It felt as though something was missing, but there was a weird sense of peace. And I started to realize that I know this feeling. After my mother died, my brothers and I, the next day, we went out and had beers. We talked about her, and then we walked around a state park that we used to camp at with my mother when we were children, and there was that same sense of peace. And I started to really understand that that is death energy. It is that weird sorrow but calm peace. Do you know when it snows, for those of you who are in climates where it does, and there's just a quiet that is there, just this silence, this quiet, this peace, this stillness, and that is death energy. That is something that I think a lot of people don't quite understand when they are looking at death energy, especially in our culture, in our Western culture at least. We are very removed from death energy. Our society specifically makes it so that we don't deal with it in the proper way, in my opinion. And there's a really good book on that, which I have done a review on this channel, called From Here to Eternity, and it's by Caitlin Doughty. It's a fantastic book, so I would really recommend it if you're ever wanting to read a little bit more about this, about how other cultures view death. This has always been something that I've been very fascinated by, and what more of a proper time than Samhain coming up to discuss this with you guys, as well as while I am in the throes of grief. Death has become a very big part of my practice, and it is not something I ever fully intended on happening, but at the same time I knew that I was led to do this from honoring my ancestors, which is what you see right here. This altar is my ancestral altar, or I also call it my altar for the dead. This is where I go to honor those I have lost. And I will sit here and I will talk with them. And I can sense them. I can hear them sometimes. I can feel them around me. Oftentimes I can smell them. And I've been wanting to talk more about this on my channel, just because it is such a huge part of my practice and is a huge part of me discovering myself. My mother's death is actually what ended up leading me down the path to explore my own mediumship abilities, something that I've spent most of my life ignoring. But after she passed away, it was like everything just opened up for me and I couldn't ignore it anymore. So it's something that I want to explore more. And it's after my mother's passing that Santa Muerte came into my life, Lady Death, and there she is sitting on my altar, and she wants a presence there. That's what she asked from me, and that is where she stays, to watch over those who I have lost. And the energy that I feel, that peace, that stillness, that is what she represents in many ways, I feel. And I feel any death deity does. Not just her, but the other interesting thing about death and this energy is that oftentimes there will be reports of those who are close to death will have a sweet smell among them. And I've heard other people say this. My mother had this. It's bizarre. I could really talk about this for quite some time, so if you guys want me to do more videos on it, I'm more than happy to do so. Since Samhain is coming up, and let me tell you, that veil is quite thin right now, I just figured that this would be an appropriate time to discuss this with you guys on my channel, but also to let you know that I am going through grief, because it has only been a few days since I put my kitty to rest. And she was a companion. And she was very, very loved. And I miss her very, very much. So while I go through that, and I heal from my surgery, it might be a bit before I get some videos out, but I am still here. I will still be posting on Instagram once I start to feel a little bit better. And I appreciate all the love and support you all have given me. and I'm very appreciative of this community. And I just wanted to express my gratitude with that as well, while I kind of go through all this. And I'm here for any messages and stuff. I just might be a little delayed for that just because I will be in recovery and all that. But that is kind of what I wanted to talk about a little bit.
Can you say that again?
Nobody asked you, Alexa. Shush. Rude. It got too serious, guys. Anyway, I think I will end that here pretty much, but I prayed to Freya to watch over my kitty and to guide her to the other side. And I know that she will walk beside me for the rest of my life too. If you guys don't mind, please send out a prayer for her soul to be guided. I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, thank you for watching, and as always, blessed be.